Barlow Creations. If you're new to my channel and you're stopping by for the first time, thank you for stopping by. Welcome to my channel. Stick around a while by clicking that red button for more crafting on a budget, more everything on a budget videos to come. And if you click it again when the bell appears, YouTube should notify you every time I upload a new video, depending on the option that you choose in the drop-down menu of the bell. If you're interested in following me on social media, you can find those links in the description box below. What have I got going on for you for today? Today I am bringing to you part 3 of my paper crafting DIYs. Although today's DIY is not using a Dollar Tree item because I am so stinking frustrated. I thought that I would be able to find this item because I've always seen it. It's never been out, but as soon as I needed it, go figure, I can't find it at the Dollar Tree. And so today's paper crafting DIY, I will be using these EOS chapsticks. Now, Dollar Tree has a chapstick that is very similar in size and shape to the EOS ball chapsticks. And so those will work just the same as this one will. The measurements and the sizes will all be the same. I will be doing a packaging for the EOS ball and the chapstick. A lot of people like EOS chapsticks. I think it's an easy, budget-friendly gift to give. And when it's packaged with something that's handmade from the heart, I think that it just, like I've said in other paper crafting DIYs, it really does just add to the gift itself. And so this is something that I like to gift. It's something that I buy usually a big package of from Costco because they've got like a multi-pack of the balls and of the sticks. And I will make little packages using my paper and I will gift those out. And I think that they're just a fun gift to give to Allie, to gift to her friends, or for Kayla to gift to her coworkers or her friends as well. And so that is today's DIY. I'm gonna show you just how easy it is to paper craft a box for each of these and just kind of personalize them and put that homemade, handmade touch on them. So let's not waste any more time and let's get to paper crafting. Oh my word. All I can say is I'm really excited about today's paper crafting DIY because this is just so stinking cute. What a fun way, and I know I've said this before and I may sound repetitive and repeating myself, but really, hands down, one of my favorite ways to gift little items such as EOS chapsticks is to gift them in something that I've handmade out of cardstock and paper. And I think that when you do something like this and you put something like an EOS ball in here or the stick in something like this, it really does take gifting something as simple as a chapstick to a whole nother level. I feel like it gives people a whole new, different appreciation for the item that you're giving to them, because not only are you giving them something, but you've really put some heart into it by hand making the box that you've put it in. And so I really love today's DIY because I came up with this all on my own. This here was a Pinterest inspired DIY box, and I did it because I really liked the background. I liked having something just a bit more than just the square box. And so when I saw this, I thought, oh wow, that is a really cute box. I think I'll use that instead of the one I've come up with. And for this box, yes, there are triangle boxes out there, but the measurements I came up with on my own because I really needed it to fit an EOS ball. And so, yeah, and I really like challenging myself to doing stuff like that. I like working with fractions and decimals and measurements. I'm kind of a nerd that way. And I really like challenging myself to come up with a container or a box such as this one using measurements that I've come up with for something that I need to gift or box. And so yeah, let me show you just how easy this is. Really do not be intimidated by this. It is so easy to do. And after today's DIY, I guarantee you, you're gonna wanna gift chapstick to somebody because you love making these. They're so fun to make. Before we get started with the project today, I wanted to show you some of the items that you should most definitely keep your eye open for at your Dollar Tree if you're interested in paper crafting. Paper crafting doesn't have to be expensive. You don't need all the fancy tools and accessories to do it. Sure, it makes it fun, but you can really get away with just using these items that Dollar Tree carries by Crafter's Square, which are amazing. For the base of our box, which is the blue you see here, and I like to do that. I like to start off with a solid cardstock because I think you can dress it up so nicely with just a little bit of patterned paper, and solid cardstock is so inexpensive. Again, I'm gonna repeat myself. You can get cardstock at Michael's, 5 packs for $10, and you will have every color of cardstock under the rainbow. They've got amazing packs by Recollections. I wanna say there's 80 in a pack, and they're $2 a piece when you get them on sale. When you buy patterned scrapbooking paper, you can buy it individually at Hobby Lobby for $1, or you can get a paper stack. I believe it's by Craft Smart at Michael's, my favorite stacks to buy, and you can get them on sale anywhere from $4 to $6. I really like waiting for them to go on sale for $4, and you're getting 50 sheets of thick, heavy-duty scrapbooking decorative cardstock in a pack for $4, which I think is an amazing buy. And they come out with them for every season, every holiday. They're just fun packs, and so every time I go to Michael's, I look at their Craft Smart packs to see if there's any that I don't have, and I'll pick them up because it's such a good buy. Our solid piece of cardstock is gonna measure out at 11.5 inches long by 7 inches wide. Of course, we're gonna score this today, and we're gonna start off on the short side, which is the 7-inch side, and we're gonna score this at 1.5 inches. And again, at 4.25 inches. So we scored at 1.5 and 4.25. We're gonna rotate this to the long side, which is the 11.5 inch side. And we're gonna score at 2 3/4. Again at 5.5, 8 1/4, and lastly at 11. Okay, so you'll see here that we've got this short side here, which is only about 1/2 inch. We've got these larger squares here in the middle. Those are the sides of this box and the base. So down here is the base of the box, and this is the sides that will then become a triangle on the inside just by folding it. So we're gonna start off with the shorter boxes up here. We've got 4 of them, and then we've got one here on the end that's closest to this 1/2 inch scoring line right along here. We're gonna cut a slit there. And we're gonna remove these 3 boxes, cutting along the scoring line. And this here is going to be the flap of our box. We're gonna remove this small rectangle here, and we're gonna leave this longer one that's next to the flap, and we're gonna cut away this bottom one. So you should be left with this, which is the flap. And this is what closes the box together. Now we've got these 4 boxes down here. We're gonna cut slits on all of the scoring lines up to the center scoring line, because this is gonna be the base of our box, which closes the box up. And I feel like it's important that I tell you that I explain to you what part of the box we're working on, so you have an understanding, because in paper crafting it can get a bit confusing. You can kind of get turned around and lost in what section of the box you're working on. And if you know what section you're working on, it all makes a lot of sense. Here's our first box where our flap is. The second box is here. We're gonna take our ruler, 1 3/8. We're gonna put a little dent in the paper there. That's the center of our box, the middle point of our box. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, our fourth box. And we are going to measure 1 3/8 again. Now taking our ruler, the mark that we just marked here, we're gonna place our ruler tip there on that scoring dot and on the corner of our box where we scored. We've got a corner here and a quarter point here, and we're gonna score. Now this is giving us this because we wanna be able to fold our box. So by putting the point, the mark in the center, it's allowing us to do a nice even score on each corner. So when we fold this, we've got a nice perfectly triangular fold there. And so we're gonna do that on both sides. So we've done it to our first box. Now we're gonna do it to the last box here as well. Don't be intimidated by this. Just follow along with me and you're gonna get the same outcome as I do. I promise. And so you should be left with a piece that looks exactly like this, with our triangle scores, our flaps here at the bottom. Now all that's left to do is really just to fold this and put it together. So we've scored on this side. We're gonna flip it over and we're gonna fold in all of our scoring lines. Now this tap here is a tap that you're gonna see often when paper crafting, and this is just to close up our box. You've gotta have that extra piece to fold your box over to close it up. And so you wanna give it some nice good folds on all of the lines. Nice, clean, flat folds. If you don't have a bone folder, use a credit card. Use a plastic spoon or a plastic knife. Something that's not gonna leave any color on your paper. Okay, so when we go to fold in our triangles, if you take your ruler and place it where you scored, then just gently lift up your paper and run your finger along the back end. It's an easy way to fold in those scoring lines that are diagonal, instead of trying to fold it on your own. There we go. And then I've got to fold in my sides here to make the box. My flap, I like to round the edges. You don't have to. If you don't have a corner rounder, don't worry about it. If you do, just go ahead and round those corners. And then we need to fold that piece down as well. There we go. Now, before we glue this together, I've got some decorative pattern paper. We've got 2 pieces that measure out at 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches, and those are gonna go here. And we've got 1 piece here that measures out at 2.5 inches by 1 1/4. Now this piece here, we're gonna round 2 of the corners on the long side because that's gonna go right there. Now we're gonna take this, we're gonna flip it over, we're gonna fold our 1/2 inch piece in, We're gonna place some adhesive right as close to that fold as we can get it. Fold our piece over and onto it, just like so. There we go, look, our box is coming together. So again, we're gonna put in the sides. I'm gonna put a little bit of adhesive here on this side, just to keep it down. And then the back is here, and this is the front. So we're gonna place a bit more adhesive here. I'm gonna run some there, I'm gonna run some there. And then I'm just gonna fold this, and we've just closed up our box. There we go. And that is it for this box. Now to close this up, I like to use Dollar Tree's Velcro dots. You could use a brad if you wanted to. I just think that being able to open and close this easily with Velcro is cool. And so I'm gonna go ahead and place the 2 pieces of Velcro right there. I'm gonna go ahead and close this, give it a nice good rub, and then there we go. Now we can easily open and close it. Now to decorate this box, I have a couple different sets of stickers that I've had in my stash from the Dollar Tree. And I wasn't sure which route I was gonna go, if I was gonna go with all white, but I think I'm gonna go with the corrugated paper because I think that it adds kind of a nice touch. It adds a little bit of color to it. And I think the flowers and the butterfly won't get lost in it. And let's see, what color do I wanna go with? Nope, I think I'm gonna go with the green. Yeah, that's perfect. I really like that. Do I wanna put it down here? Where do I wanna put this? I think I'll put it up here. Do I wanna add one more? Or is that gonna be too much? Oh yeah, that's gonna be way too much. I also have these pearls by Jot. And I think that these would make an adorable addition to the front instead of adding a brad. Let's see. What color do I want to go with? I think even though it kind of clashes with the butterfly, I'm going to go with the green because I think it's going to be really cute. And so just to add that right to the front, centering it. Okay, I like that better. I like the cream better. And I feel like it just gives it a more finished look. And so just by opening up our box, we can place our EOS chapstick in here. We can close up our box, and we have just made a stinking adorable box to gift an EOS ball chapstick in. And I know most teenagers, even adults, like these balls. And if you wanted to put just a little bit of that shredded paper from the Dollar Tree in there, that would be adorable, just to kind of dress it up a bit in there. I think that that would be a fun idea as well. And there we have it. Wasn't that easy to do using one sheet of cardstock and a little bit of decorative paper and some of these adorable stickers from the Dollar Tree that you just can't beat. Make sure to stay tuned for part 2 of this DIY. I decided to break it up because it was gonna be way too long, where I show you how to make this adorable box that will fit the EOS stick chapstick or even a regular chapstick. You can expect to see that tutorial tomorrow or Monday, so stay tuned for that one. How easy was that? Have I told you how much I love paper crafting? If I haven't, I love paper crafting. It makes gifting something like this so much fun, and I think that Like I've said, I probably said it in the beginning of this, adding that homemade, handmade touch. I think when you gift something like this to somebody, it's a gift that they appreciate and that they really enjoy receiving. I hope you all enjoyed today's paper crafting DIY, quick and easy one at that. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and let's get this video to, you guessed it, 5,000 likes, please, because each and every one of your thumbs up and those comments that you leave down below, they really do help my channel to grow, and it helps YouTube to notice me just a bit more. And if you want to see more of these quick, easy paper crafting DIYs, let me know in the comments below, because I go off of your feedback. Until next time, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic day. Happy crafting on a budget. No, happy paper crafting on a budget. And bye for now. Stay happy, stay safe, and stay healthy.